Live from Factory Underground Radio, it's Strictly Adapted with Kayode and Kate. You're on.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. Oh, that's okay. That's decent. It's decent. The sound is decent for once.
This has to be a running gimmick now.
This is, it varies day by day. Day by day. Sorry, that was a play.
What song was that?
That was a play in Godspell. Godspell's the play.
I don't even know.
You don't know that play? That play was
No.
iconic, man.
Godspell?
Day by day.
No,
you don't know that play?
You're either off tune.
No,
or
I'm not. I'm not.
You're probably
I'm not.
off tune.
Look it up on Spotify. I guarantee you'll find it. Godspell soundtrack. Look it up.
I'm definitely not.
Look it
looking
up.
The Godspell
It was a
soundtrack.
play and a movie. Anyway, hi guys, we're back.
We are back here, y'all. This is
Day by day.
I think
Sorry.
it's how long has it been? Just a week, right?
No, it's been 2.
No.
Yeah, it's been 2. We weren't here last week. We're in Florida,
And
Disney
then-
World.
And then the week before that?
Now you sound weird.
And the week before that? What happened?
Yeah, that's 2 weeks, Kayode.
Wait,
we have not
we
been here
haven't-
in 2 weeks. We
So
skipped a week.
We weren't here last week.
We
that's
skipped. Right, we haven't been here in 2 weeks.
Kate, you're not.
It's been 2 weeks.
Give it up for us being back. It
What-
has,
what?
Wait, no.
It's been 2 weeks since we've been here, love.
Has it?
Yes. We have not been here since.
No.
No, even longer than that because the week before.
No, I know you're wrong.
Okay,
because
no, I'm going to look at the calendar.
Because episode 3
I'm gonna look at the calendar.
we did the week before we left.
Yeah, correct, Kayode.
Right.
So that was 2 weeks ago. It
Okay,
was
right,
Friday
right.
the
2 weeks
1st.
of being here, but only one show being missed. That's
Sure, we haven't been in the studio for 2 weeks.
Oh, God, okay. I think that's where we're...
I mean, fight me. Am I wrong? Look at the calendar. Like, what are we talking about? We haven't been in the studio for 2 weeks. We've skipped a week. So it's been 2 weeks since we've been in the studio to do a show. It's the 16th of May. We were here on May 2nd. It's 14 days.
Doesn't feel that long, but
I know,
I guess
but I'm right.
It's been long.
You're wrong. No, you can't. No, there's no contesting.
But it's only
this.
been one show
Oh,
we missed.
boy. All right. Moving on, y'all. Listen.
One show we missed.
Listen. There are no arguments like this when we are in Disney because we are the best versions of ourselves. Disneyland, Disney World, Where were we? Disney World.
We were in Disney World.
And it was great. It was fantastic.
It was a good time,
But
y'all.
the weather sucked. Do you hear me?
Let me tell you something about this
Sucked.
Florida weather, man.
I hate it in Florida.
Kate,
I said it. That's right.
Florida weather.
It's awful. Awful.
It's either really hot or sort of hot.
No, it's never sort of hot in Florida. It's always warm somehow. And it was just gross. And humidity was like a wall that you couldn't get through. And it was disgusting. And it rained. And then it was more humid. And it was just sweating through clothes and taking a second bath for the day. And it was
It was hot.
gross.
Yeah.
Who said traversing through theme parks in that kind of weather was a good idea? Well, we didn't know because we didn't know it was going to be that hot. Had I known, I wouldn't have gone. Apparently, January is the best time to go.
Yeah, apparently, one thing we did have in Florida, Kate, was we had some great interactions with people that were, when we were eating, some of the servers, all that stuff. We had great servers. Great people that were working there. And one said, unseasonably hot for May. But in my head, I'm like, is it really unseasonably hot? I feel like it's always hot in May. Like
Not 90 degrees in May, though. That's crazy.
What's the normal?
I would feel like in May it would probably be like 80, maybe 85, not 90, 95. It was 95 degrees on Saturday.
95
Like, that's insanity.
95 degrees.
We were look, I don't really, on principle, not a huge roller coaster fan. I did pretty well this trip, but
Kate.
Tiana's Bayou, which is a new ride in Disney World, they were building it the last time we were there off Princess and the Frog. It was a 50-foot plunge through a log flume. Let me tell you something.
It wasn't.
My fear was gone because all I wanted to do was get wet because it was so hot.
Being on that ride did not look like it was 50 feet.
No, but that's what they said it was.
Yeah, it didn't. It was cool. It was good, and you got the cool down that you wanted. You know, by getting a little splash. Thank God we didn't go on that rapids joint. I was dreading going on that.
Why?
Rapid. I didn't want to get soaked.
Oh, I did.
I did not want to get soaked. And
Then
that
they
ride
closed it down because it was supposed to thunder.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to get wet on that.
Yeah, but we didn't get wet the last time.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I did.
I love stuff like that. I'll do a water ride.
Of course you would, because you're
2
5.
seconds.
Of course you would.
Oh, I'm sorry. So going on a roller coaster where you're plummeting to your death is not being a 10-year-old?
God. You know what, guys?
I'm just saying.
Speaking of Disney,
you're taking a risk every time you get on one of those things.
Speaking of Disney and our trip, guys, Kay had the nerve.
Oh, what did I do?
The nerve
Tell me.
not to get her little Lily behind on the Tower of Terror ride. You got to be kidding me. What do you think? You're going to be flung from the doors? Like, what do you...
Do you know, apparently, the screams are actually pre-recorded.
The screams of people.
That you hear when you're, like, you know, when we were sitting in the, waiting for that show or whatever, and they're pre-recorded, apparently. And the free fall is not actually a free fall. It's pulled down by cables.
It's pulled
They're not
down.
going to let that thing free fall. If you free fell, you'd plummet to the bottom of the thing. It's just creating a free falling sensation. It's not. I don't like free falls. I don't like drops. I don't like anything like that. I don't mind twists and turns or upside down loops. I'm good. But you will not catch me on a free fall only ride. No, and I've done it twice. I've maxed out my quota. You should be lucky and grateful that I succumbed myself to that.
Kate, you're whack. I'm sorry.
No,
you're whack.
You had a ride buddy, so I didn't feel bad.
Forget the ride buddy.
I'm just saying.
Get your behind on the ride.
No.
It's not gonna do anything to you. It's not gonna plummet. It's not gonna fling you from the chair.
No.
There's 4-year-olds on that ride wondering why this lady is screaming her lungs out.
Let's just talk about the screaming.
You were screaming on the Slinky Dog ride in Toy Story.
I was, but let's just that ride was underrated though.
No,
let's just talk about it.
Very good ride, by the way.
It was, but let's just talk about the screaming aspects. It's cathartic for me, but also
it's cathartic for you.
We have a joke going on because every photo that's taken of us on these rides, I am screaming.
You look like it's horrific.
Listen, my whole life flashes before my eyes, y'all. Okay. Those roller coasters are rough, man.
What is it that like?
Guardians is great. That goes down in history as one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on, and I haven't been on many. But
the Guardians ride was excellent. I will say
that one never gets old, and I love how they like start you backwards. Oh, it's so good. Tron also really good.
Yes, I agree. Those are probably okay. If you had to give the top 3 rides. Top 3 rides in that you've experienced this past week. What would they be?
Definitely Guardians, number 1. Never gets old. What was the song again?
Everybody Rules the World, I believe.
Oh, okay. You rule the world.
No. Why are you so offbeat today?
Okay. That's the song. I'm not offbeat.
You were offbeat
a little bit, but
just a little
we're
while
not
ago.
gonna.
You what you attempted to sing was not quite.
I can whistle to anything.
The song. That sounds worse.
Because I'm blowing into the mic. I'm not doing myself any favors here.
Okay, listen.
Stop with that. Anyway, listen. Guardians, number 1. All right. Tiana's Bayou did not disappoint. That was a little, that ride gets you because you're riding around in this thing. And in between the drops, they have you like, it's the Small World vibe where you're in the riverboat. Like that's what's happening. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, this is going to be a calm and quiet ride. And then before you know, you're plummeting.
That ride was longer than I expected.
It was very long, actually. Okay, so Tiana's, Guardians, my top 5. No, my top 4. Tiana's Bayou, Guardians of the Galaxy, Tron, and the Avatar Flight of Passage. That thing never gets old.
Avatar Flight of Passage.
Man, that ride is awesome. If you have if you're prone to motion sickness or heights, it can be a lot.
Definitely can sneak up on you.
Yeah, but the seat that you're sitting in, if you've seen Avatar, those flying animal things are called banshees.
Yes.
And so they've done a simulation where it's like you're riding one and the machine, the way they have the machine moving, in between your legs, it feels like the animal is breathing. It's crazy. Cool. It's 4.5 minutes, which doesn't feel like it.
No, definitely doesn't.
Which is a longer ride.
Definitely doesn't feel like 4.5 minutes.
It was so cool. So those are my top 4 for sure.
Top 4.
Yeah.
I would say, okay. I don't know about you, but I thought Exhibition Everest was a little more to it.
That's because that's what we. Yeah, it wasn't. There was.
Maybe that's why it was.
It
only
was
10
literally
minutes.
like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it wasn't.
Cool ride, like it was a fun ride.
Oh, so you had hyped it up in your brain
But
too.
I hyped it I hyped it up in my brain to be something bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, Kate,
Mm-hmm.
out of all the aside from the weather, I did have a good time.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
Epcot has to work on one thing.
The shade.
They got to put some umbrellas all throughout that park. There's no shade.
No.
There's no way to duck.
Nope.
Unless you go into Morocco. Morocco has a nice little brick or stone area where you could sit for a little while, where I got a delicious beverage from Morocco.
I was so hot. I couldn't even enjoy my arancini balls.
Yeah, you seemed like you were
in
tweaking
Italy.
at
I
some
was
point.
so.
Yeah, you were like,
tweaking.
you were tweaking. You kept doing this. And
I was just moving. I was
just doing-
so uncomfortable, bro.
guys,
I
if you're
couldn't.
watching this is Kate. Like, I just can't. This is too. It's just too hot. Can we just move? Or no, let's not move. Let's just. You're tweaking. You like on crack or something. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
I was uncomfortable and I couldn't stay still because I was uncomfortable.
Everybody was uncomfortable.
Were we all? I don't know.
Here's the thing. I think when you go to Disney
Tell me.
for those type of hot months, you wear some athletic long T-shirt that's flowy.
Not in the 95-degree weather. I'm not wearing long anything.
No, you wear a short sleeve shirt that is athletic or like the material that I guess absorbs well with your sweat. Or
Yeah, but I
whatever.
didn't know it was going to be that hot.
Some short yoga pants and some sneakers, and call it a day. Like that's literally what you're wearing.
I know, but I didn't know it was going to be that hot. I had packed. I mean, it's not like I was wearing jeans. I had shorts on.
You had jeans shorts on.
No, not that day. I did not. I had cloth jersey material shorts on, which were flowy and loose, and they were very comfortable. The day started off fine. It wasn't until like 2 or 3 o'clock, and then it rained. And man, after that rain, oof. You know what ride was kind of underwhelming this time? The Ratatouille. I was disappointed. It had some glitches going on. I don't know. I just kind of wanted it to be better, you know?
I'm sorry, Kate, but I got to give Ratatouille.
Not a bomb? No.
Ratatouille, bruh.
Sorry.
It glitched like twice. It messed up the sequences.
There was no smells.
There was no smells, which are supposed to be, which you're supposed to take in when you're one of the rats, or it just didn't hit this time. I was very disappointed. Part of me thought that they were going to run it back and be like, listen, just go through it again.
No.
But the other part of me was like, maybe you should just get online again and just go through it.
No, we didn't have time.
Or go back to the lightning lane once we go back out and be like, listen, the ride glitched. Can we go back on? I'm sure they would let us back on.
I don't think so. You know, that's another thing I found this time around. I didn't find the Disney cast members as friendly. Like, usually when we go, they like go out of their way,
Yes,
right? It's like they're just abnormally nice.
Yeah.
This time around, we ran into quite a bit of resistance, and I don't know what was going on. I don't know if they were hot and cranky too, which is possible, but I just felt like it wasn't as.
They're never that friendly.
No, that's not true. You're saying the complete opposite of what I just said.
I think, well, exactly. I don't think they are as friendly.
No, that's not true. That's never been an experience
We
I've
maybe
had.
had a handful of like friendly
No,
people.
that is not true. That is complete opposite of what I'm saying.
think so.
I'm saying that that's not, no, in California, you're correct, but not in Florida. Every time we've gone to Disney World, people have been nice and overcompensating for things and whatever. And I just feel like, I don't know what this woman's name was, and it took me a second to process, but the way I was spoken to when I got onto the ride at Tiana's Bayou, I don't know where that came from. Homegirl
came
talked
at you.
to me like I was 3 years old and she was trying to teach me the alphabet. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, wait a second, why are we speaking to people like that? It took me a minute, but I was like, wait, this is anti-Disney if I've ever experienced this. And I think I was so scared that I was going to plummet to my death in the 50-foot drop that it stopped me from actually, saying anything to her. But
yeah, I didn't realize the aggression
like, wait,
until
what?
I heard
Not
her
the aggression.
until I heard her passive aggressiveness.
Yeah, she
until
was-
I heard the response back to you.
yeah, I was like, what is going on?
I was like, wait a second, what?
Bro, I'm just in line to get on a roller coaster. Like, calm
Because
down.
I think we were so accustomed to saying once you get up to the line, you have to say, 4 people, how many.
Yeah, they
of
ask you
you're
how
with,
many are
right?
in your party.
And you said I didn't even know
No,
what you said.
I was
didn't hear you.
confused because our friends that were with us had actually answered her question, but I didn't realize that. So when I heard her, I said, "Oh, 4," and I guess she was irritated that the question had already been answered, but I didn't know that because I wasn't paying attention. And she just got like this attitude. But to make up for that, though, there were other people in the parks. Like we had a little snafu, you know, and we had people in the parks that were very kind and very willing to work with us and help us. And to me, that's the epitome of Disney. Like when you meet people that are just genuinely glad to be there, like 90% of the people that you come into contact with at these parks are this is like their dream job. Like one of the women I came into contact with that worked at the ticketing booths, she was like, "I'm a retired teacher. This is my dream job." I was like, "Wow, that's incredible."
Retired teacher?
Good for you, man. And she was like, I was like, I kind of want to retire here too. And she was like, "Let's do it." I said, "Well, I have a ways to go before I can retire comfortably." You know what I'm saying?
Wow, retired
I'm not showing up to
teacher.
work on Monday. I'm just kidding.
Could you work there right now?
Right now at this? No.
Oh, okay, you'd be miserable, you're saying.
I didn't say that.
But would
Because
you,
then you have to work there all year long. I'm not trying to work there in July and August. Like,
so let's say it was a seasonal job. Let's say you did it in the winter months.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really? What job would you do? I'll tell you what job I could see you doing. But
Oh, okay.
but what job would you do?
I'd love to like man the rides.
You would man the rides?
Yeah. Although, well, yeah, because it's an air conditioning, right?
I could see you at guest services denying everybody coming in. But like, there's just nothing I could do for you.
Sorry. No, I don't want to work in guest services. I have listen, I've been in customer service practically my whole career. I don't have any interest in that. I don't want to retire to a job and still deal with grumpy people. That is not my idea of a good time.
I get it.
Put me on the rides, dealing with the excitement of people, getting them on the rides, making sure they're safe. Yes, it's kind of a big responsibility, but the rides I feel like are kind of foolproof.
It's fine. It's
yeah.
fine.
So yeah, that was our Disney trip. Went by real fast.
Give it up for us. We got to go back. I'm due for another vacation.
You just came back from it.
I know, but as I realize as I'm getting older, I realize that my time is extremely valuable to me. And I like to do things and go places and be free. Be free. Maybe that's why why some people have this entrepreneurial spirit, because they feel like they can't be confined to the walls or to a set schedule. They like to be and move the way they see fit. And maybe that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Maybe that's what we all should do, Kate.
Wow.
I need another vacation.
All right.
So you're not with me on this vacation?
I mean, no, I can always take another vacation if my boss is listening right now. I'm putting in for PTO. You hear me?
I know.
Just kidding.
Well, listen, y'all. Thank you for joining us on our first.
That's it? That's the show?
That's all we got.
You're closing the show right now? Thanks for joining us here at Scriptly Adapted. Like, what?
But listen, we
oh, heavens.
we had fun. We fellowshipped.
Not fellowship.
We ate pretty well, actually.
We actually ate really well.
It wasn't bad.
The snacks. I mean, we didn't talk about the snacks.
No, the snacks were dope.
There's a lot to talk about, guys.
I know there's a lot to talk about. Scribbly Adapted back. Welcome us back. Thank you, guys. Kate, we have a little bit of morning brews, morning news, don't we?
Yeah.
What
I
we
think
got?
we're gonna be mixing this with like
Don't mix it.
I think. Well, this is your idea.
No, not to mix it, but just to do what you did in that segment in this segment. But there's no name difference.
I think, guys.
Oh.
I think useless cocktail party trivia is bad.
Oh boy.
I think.
Oh,
you know,
boy.
It's going to be a trial. We're going to have to see. But
Do I give you this then?
Oh. Anyway, so Celine Dion returning to the stage. Give it up for Celine Dion.
goodness.
Come on now.
Celine's coming back?
Yeah.
And my heart will go on.
And you told me I'm off tune?
I did that on purpose.
Wow. Anyway, so she was previously sidelined from performing due to a rare neurological disorder known as stiff person syndrome. Has announced a series of concerts that will bring her back to the stage. There's a documentary called I Am, Celine Dion, premiered in 2024. And it was chronicling her journey through this disorder. And it was just very, very sad. And she never thought that she would be able to tour and perform again. So big ups to Celine Dion for making it back.
Big news.
I think, honestly, one of the most iconic voices of our generation.
1,000%.
Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's Wayfarer reached settlement 2 weeks ahead of trial start. Wait, we're still doing this, y'all? I thought they had put this to bed. What's going on here?
So it's dismissed.
Oh God, my article's gone missing now because CNN won't let me read it for free. I don't know. I can't click on it now. Jeez Louise.
So I'm assuming. I think I read that it is. Yeah. It is dismissed.
So it will no longer go to trial after the parties announced the settlement just 2 weeks before jury selection was slated to begin. Details of the settlement agreement were not immediately available. Lively filed a complaint alleging Baldoni sexually harassed her during the filming of It Ends With Us, which they co-starred in and Baldoni directed. According to Lively, Baldoni later orchestrated a smear campaign to retaliate against her for speaking up about the alleged mistreatment. Baldoni denied all the allegations. Last month, a federal judge threw out 10 of the 13 claims in Lively's lawsuit, including sexual harassment and defamation, effectively narrowing the case. Some of the tossed claims, including the ones involving sexual harassment, were nixed due to legal technicalities such as Lively being considered an independent contractor rather than an employee. Although I don't know what the difference is. If you're being sexually harassed, you're being sexually harassed.
Yeah.
The remaining 3 claims, retaliation, aiding and abetting retaliation, and breach of contract, were not against Baldoni personally. His production company, Wayfarer and LLC, for the movie, and a public relations company retained by his team were the defendants in the remaining claims. That's why it's so important to get an LLC, y'all. The trial, which was scheduled to begin May 18th with jury selection, would have been the culmination of a year-long legal drama that has captured the public's interest. Listen, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this whole thing. I don't know if what happened is true. I don't know.
Was your girl lying?
I don't think we should go so far as to say she's lying.
Okay.
I think were things probably exaggerated? Possibility. Just saying. Listen, I am a supporter of women. I love women. I'm a supporter of women. I'm all here for it. Something about this just doesn't sit well with me. It never has. I don't know.
Bless you, Kate.
Excuse me. Thank you so much. Yeah. Something about this just has always, I don't know, rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. Blake Lively just gives me like, I don't know.
She gives me, I don't know, man. She gives
vibes that it's just always about her. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. If that's the case, I'll eat my words. But I just don't know if
she is with Ryan Reynolds, and I don't know. He just always seems very. Whenever I see Ryan Reynolds, I feel like we're getting the robot shell of him, like the guy. There's a little alien controlling him and pushing buttons for him to talk. Like I feel like we don't see. Who is he?
He's also a celebrity, Kayode. He's not going to show his true self and everything.
Kate, with some of these celebrities, you get personality. You get to know who they are a little bit. You kind of understand, like, who they are. And when you see him, it just always seems.
I don't even know if they know who they are. I think they've lost a lot of themselves in their fame and celebrity and status. And I think, the little Ryan Reynolds that was, a little kid is not the same person that he is as an adult. He's different as by way of his lifestyle and his career. I mean, I don't think he's going to be the same. I don't know if he's going to be like, an everyday human being like we are. But anyway, moving on. I think who knows how this is going to work out. So from what I'm understanding, Justin Baldoni, him specifically, is cleared. His company is facing the lawsuit.
The company. Okay.
Britney Spears pleads guilty to lesser charge in DUI case and avoids jail time. Good for you, girl. Go ahead. I mean, not good for you that you were driving under the influence, but listen, I'm here for it, Britney. Okay, you get the help you need, but you get back out there and start making music again. I'm all for it.
Britney.
I was in a nostalgic thing and was listening to some of her songs. I'm like, bro, like
Britney.
What happened to her? I think she was doomed from the start, to be quite honest with you. I don't think she stood a chance. I really don't.
So you think there was no way of her being that big of a star and not coming out of it unscathed, like not having any type of issues or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think all of them as child stars just had a really tough time.
Well, who do you?
But she's the only one with major problems.
This is a broad question, but who do you think out of that group of people who grew up child stars and still are relevant today made it out pretty well.
Actually, all of them. None of them really have any of the major issues
I'll
that
give you
she's
one
had.
guy who comes to mind.
Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, you haven't really heard anything about him. Christina Aguilera? Not really.
She's a little strange.
She's not strange.
I feel like it was a little strange.
Why did your voice go up?
She's a little. I don't know. I think she's still living in the world where she thinks she's still diva Christina Aguilera. I don't know.
I mean, that's possible. But when you get to that, when you blow up like that, doesn't that stick with you?
I guess that sticks with you. Look at Mariah. Mariah still thinks she's...
no. Wait, hold on.
What's the problem?
Wait.
What's the problem? Wait. Is Mariah what?
It's Mariah Carey. You're out of your mind. You're not going to say Mariah Carey had even remotely the same career as Christina Aguilera. Get out of here. Mariah Carey will always be iconic. She is Mariah Carey.
I get it.
Christina Aguilera ain't there. I'm sorry. I like her. I always liked her music, but she's not on Mariah Carey's level.
She's like a level lower.
Like 2 levels lower. Are you kidding me?
Come on, two levels lower. Two levels lower.
Yeah, you can't put Christina Aguilera and Mariah Carey in the same category. That's crazy.
Vocally?
I mean, Christina Aguilera, vocally, now it's interesting. Vocally, I think that Christina Aguilera probably is more talented. Might be a hot take.
That's a hot take.
But
we may get some hate.
But Mariah, no. It that's true. Like if you hear Christina Aguilera sing compared to Mariah Carey just screams. I love her. I love the girl. Yeah. But she's iconic. The music she's made is iconic. Her impact in the industry is iconic. She is Mariah freaking Carey. Are you kidding?
Have we ever had the conversation of Mariah versus Whitney?
No. That's
take?
unparalleled. That's Whitney Houston all the way. Like you can't.
Listen, some people take Mariah.
No. Then they don't know music.
Some people would take Mariah.
You can't pick Mariah Carey over Whitney Houston. That's blasphemy. You can't get out of here. Come on.
You can't take Mariah Carey over Whitney
That's
Houston.
like saying. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Prince. I love Prince's music. Right? Prince for me. I love all the different instruments. I love how he blends everything. I love the songs themselves. But that's like me going out there and being like, oh, I love Prince more than Michael Jackson.
Some people do.
That is insane to me. You can be a Prince head. Prince, as talented and iconic as Prince was, I don't think you can compare him to Michael Jackson. They're not in the same... They're not really in the same stratosphere. They're not.
When we think of the catalog of music from both... I don't see how you could compare the two.
It's not even the
It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's the influence that he had. Michael Jackson, there will never be another Michael Jackson in the world, ever. And if there is, we won't be alive to see it. No. Michael Jackson was iconic. Don't get me wrong, peeps. I'm not saying that, listen, if we're comparing music, Michael Jackson's music is hard to say that you whatever because it's so diverse and well-rounded that he has a song for everything. Like you can't say, oh, well, he doesn't have a specific sound like Prince does. Prince has a very specific sound. Yes. Michael Jackson didn't have that. It was just, he made music, I think whatever felt good to him in the moment, he made a song, right? But Prince's music for me is just, oh man. I just love it. But I'm not going to sit here. I love Prince, but I'm not going to sit here and no, because I'm looking at Michael Jackson as a whole. I'm looking at the impact that he had. I'm looking at how he was elevated to icon status. I'm looking at his family's history. I'm looking at everything. I'm not just looking at the sound of his music.
True.
So I think when you compare, you can't. It's like comparing apples and oranges. You can't compare Mariah Carey to Christina Aguilera. Coming full circle here, peeps.
I get it.
You can't do that.
I get it.
Anyway, moving on. Yeah. Laura Dern is swooping in to save the new season of The White Lotus. All right, Laura. I like it. I like
Laura Dern a lot. I think she's a very good actress. Mm-hmm. I think she adds a level of just, I don't know. She always just seems very
like chill.
There is something very intriguing about Laura Dern on screen.
I
don't know what it is.
Laura
There's
Dern
a presence.
And Laura Linney confused. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
But yeah, I know what you mean. She was in that movie, Is This Thing On, with Will Arnett. I saw it on the flight down to Florida, and I have to say, it was very good. But I know what you mean. She's kind of like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, her father is the great Bruce Dern. He's still alive?
I don't think so, but I don't want to claim someone's dead on this air.
I know you're right. I know, and us get hate mail.
So.
So apparently Helena Bonham Carter was supposed to be on the newest season of The White Lotus, but she left the show for some strange reason. But Helena Bonham Carter is strange to begin with.
She's a little strange, but I like her. She's a very good actress. Very good actress.
Oh, very talented. Yeah. It said that Bonham Carter left when it became clear during filming that the character written for her did not align once on set. What does that even mean?
These actors are very dramatic.
No, she didn't say that.
Oh.
I don't think, or maybe it was, maybe she did say that. I don't, like, what does that mean, Helena? Like, what are we talking about here? What do you mean
characters didn't align?
Once on set? Like, what's the difference between being on set and reading? The set is included in the script. Well, like, what were you reading?
Well, maybe that means once she got on set and started to act out and be this character, maybe it just didn't seem...
That don't make no sense.
Like what she was reading was matching up to how she was portraying it.
I think she's extremely dramatic for no reason.
I don't know.
Yeah. Last but not least, Euphoria has outgrown itself on screen and off.
The heck does that mean?
So, Sydney Sweeney, Jacob Elordi were newcomers to the scene when it would debut in 2019. There was buzz about Zendaya taking on such a gritty role following her appearance in Marvel's family-friendly Spider-Man. Eric Dane, Angus Cloud were still with us. People were also trying to make sense of the fact that rapper Drake was credited as one of the show's executive producers.
He was?
Yeah. So, basically, it's about a troubled teen who has a drug addiction, all these things, but... It's been over 4 years since the second season of Euphoria, and, well, a lot has happened. Euphoria has been plagued by reports of chaos on set, some of it spurred by delays following the dual writers and actors strikes of 2023, and some of it reportedly due to rewrites and creative differences. Now, following the series' long-awaited return, the third and suspected final season of the Sam Levinson-created show is emerging into a drastically different world, both in terms of the story being told on screen and the generation of stars the show helped launch off-screen. The question begs, has too much time passed? Interesting. Yeah, because, you get to a point where I think, it's unfortunate. I think the writer's strike needed to happen, but I think it just screwed everything up. And you get to a point where you're like, do people even care anymore?
Yeah, that's true.
Do I care? Yeah. And when you're living in a society where there's instant gratification about everything now, it's kind of like, on to the next one. So we'll see what happens. Season 3 picks up 5 years since you've seen the characters.
5 years?
So they're now firmly out of their teenage years as they wrestle with faith and redemption, according to an official synopsis. Coleman Domingo will be on, Judd Apatow's daughter. Creators hashed out how Season 3 would wrap up everyone's story. But yeah, so we'll see. You have Jacob Elordi, who's now coming in as an Oscar nominee.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's sorry, Barcade. It's been confirmed. Bruce Dern is still alive.
All right, I'm so happy to hear that.
Still alive.
Good for you, Bruce. He has to be in his 90s by now. But yeah, that's our morning brews, morning news, aka useless cocktail party trivia.
Thank you, Kate, for that. But now we bring you, ladies and gentlemen, the couple's topic of the week.
Yep.
Kate, do you want to?
No, you always
I'll
introduce. Yeah, and I did the last segment. We need to.
Should couples have the same shared goals in mind? Now, it's pretty broad.
Yeah, that's a pretty broad question.
That could mean in general, or that could mean for specific things. Like, where do we see each other? Where do we see our lives in 5 years? Do people have to be aligned in that, or can they be different and sort of meet in the middle? Is there a meeting in the middle in certain aspects of that question? Or do you guys, or should you guys, is it a must to be in line with the same goals? You want to take this first?
Sure. I think it doesn't hurt. I think when you have the same goals, you want to surround yourself with like-minded people. When you become married, for us, being Christians, we also believe that we become one, right? So we want to know that our goals are aligned and we're on the same page and we have kind of a similar outlook to what our future holds. However, I also do think that you are still your own person. And I think that there are things about your life that you may not want to give up. And I don't mean it like, I'm going to spend tons of money on Starbucks, every day because I'm still love coffee. And that's a terrible example, but you know what I mean? The point is that I think you should still hold on to things that also you've had in your heart. So I think it's about finding that balance, being able to still honor, I think that's the best word, honor things that wishes and desires and goals that you've had, but also to understanding that you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage with a spouse. You know, how can we come together? How can we be great together? How can we, you know, be aligned with creating a legacy and a destiny together? I think those are very important. I don't think there's anything wrong with having different goals either, to bring different goals to the table, right? Being like, oh, or remixing a goal and being like, hey, maybe we need to change this. Maybe this has to transform a little bit. But I don't think there's anything wrong with having the same goals. I think it's important.
I see what you're saying, and I do agree that we should share the same goals when it comes to specific things, especially the things that are going to affect both of us. So, such as, what house do we want to, or where do we want to live in 5 years? Or,
in 5 years, with the way it's going, we ain't going anywhere in 5 years.
Or, you know, how do you want to retire? Or how do you want to, if you're a couple trying to have kids, do we want kids or not? Like,
those aren't goals. Those are plans. Those are thinking about plans. But
I do think they're goals as well. That's
no,
a goal.
Having a goal is something specific that you've put down. Like, this is what I want to achieve. Like,
some people want to achieve a goal within a certain time frame.
Achieve a kid.
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
Some people want to achieve a kid within a certain time frame, right? Some people want to live a certain type of way before they get to a certain age. Certain people want to have a certain type of amount of money in their bank accounts before they do X, Y, and Z. There are goals that I do think a couple should share, and especially if you are trying to build something or build some legacy, because there is no legacy in the family as it is.
So we're saying the same thing.
So I think, yes, I think for the bigger things. Now, is it okay for us to have separate goals in life that have nothing to do with the main things, but they're personal? Of course. Yeah. Of course. That's not even an issue, right? Because we are individuals at the end of the day.
You're saying the same thing I just said.
What would you say, Kate, is the biggest goal a married couple should have that they are aligned together?
Oh, money, for sure.
Oh, money. What about?
Yeah, I think money. I think couples should definitely work on, you know, that one of the top reasons and causes for divorce, unfortunately, is disagreements about money. And I think it's important. Now, you have to learn it. You have to learn how to manage your money. You have to be aligned on things. But I think understanding strengths and weaknesses, understanding, you know, how you guys are going to pay for things, where your money is going, how you're going to invest, if you have children, how you're going to plan on affording college, those things have to be the same. Because if you're not, then it's not going to work. And especially if you're coming together in a marriage and you're combining your money and your bank accounts and you have kids that you're obviously both responsible for, you have to be aligned. Like that, it's not going to work if you're not. Definitely where you want to settle. I think obviously that's important, right? You're not going to live in two different places. I mean, people do it. I don't personally agree with that, but hey, whatever floats your boat, rocks your socks, makes you happy. But I think if you want to live with your partner, which is ideal, you may want to just make sure that you have the same kind of idea of where you want to live. And I use us as an example. I think, I mean, it was, you know, a starter issue, but I think when we were moving out we're both from Westchester County, New York, and when we were looking for a new place, we were like, oh, what about Connecticut? And I fell in love with Connecticut because of the job that I had at the time. And I just said, you know, I like Connecticut a lot. And he was like, you know what? I don't think I hate Connecticut either. And we actually have wound up loving Stamford. So, you know, I think sometimes that conversation needs to happen. You have to be aligned about that. You know, personal goals, though, like career. Right? I think those goals need to be discussed with your partner, obviously, because they do affect, they affect not only your money and your finances, but it affects your mental health. It affects, you know, your relationships. I think those conversations definitely need to be run past your partner. But I think when it comes to trying to achieve something in your career that you've spent time building, ultimately that choice and decision is up to the individual. So something like that, right? So I think it really varies. On what you deem important. But I do think that there are those specific goals that need to be, have the same, what would you call it? No, I'm tired of using that word.
I like the word alignment.
I know, but it's just not fitting here.
Synergy?
Oh, yeah, okay. Actually, yeah, synergy works. I think you definitely have to have synergy when you have goals. about certain things in your life as a married couple.
I would agree with you. I would definitely say money is probably the number one thing, and how one spends, where one spends,
how you want to raise your kids,
what that looks like, what that looks like for our finances. Do we buy a home?
I didn't mean kids with
for
finance.
me,
I just meant
for me,
how you want to raise your children
but
too.
when I think of money, I'm thinking of the kids as an added expense.
No, they are, but that's not in totality. You're also talking about how you want to raise your kids, like how you want to discipline them, how you have to be on the same page about that, right? What you want to put into
that's something
things.
different,
but I think creating a timeline and a legacy for your life as a married couple, those goals should be definitely on the same page. You have goals that you can run by your partner, but also then make a decision, individually, like career moves, like weight loss goals. Having your partner on the same page about those helps, but it's not, to me, a be all and end all. I personally don't think that. So, but yeah, I think it's about finding the balance with anything.
Got to find the balance, especially when you're talking about these major life changes in terms of like big goals, right?
Yeah.
Like for instance, if we wanted to move cross country, right, to California, let's say.
I don't hate it.
Right? Or Arizona. Would you live in Arizona?
It's really hot.
It's really hot in Arizona, but I like Arizona. There's something...
You haven't been, babe.
I know, but there's just something about the
they have scorpions.
There's space.
But they have scorpions. The scorpions are like our ants. You want to deal with that?
Yeah, that's...
Like, bro, you saw the scorpion in Animal Kingdom? Like, no.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
I'm not dealing with that.
I'm not chasing out a scorpion out the house.
My friend who was living in Arizona went to put her son's toys away and opened up the toy box or whatever, and there was a scorpion in the toy box. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
That's not something you just smash with a shoe.
Yeah, like, bro, it carries venom that can kill you. Like, what are we doing? Like, and then what happens if I squish it and the venom comes out? Can I clean up the venom? Like, how are we handling this? Like, is there a playbook on how to get rid of a scorpion?
Very good point.
I don't know. It's like going to Australia. Why would I want to deal with spiders that's the size of both of my hands together?
All good points by you, Kate. All good points, because I'm
not living in Arizona.
I don't think I could live in Arizona.
Dry heat is better than humidity, though, y'all.
But
I will tell you.
Let's say moving to another state, right? Does that have to be a couple goal, or is that just sort of a...
Yeah.
That's a couple goal, you would say.
Yeah. What do you want to do? Have a bi-coastal relationship?
No, not saying that you wouldn't come or go with me, but more of like...
We're not sure.
Does that have to be a... let's say you weren't 100% in line with it, but let's say you were like 70%. Do we still enact that goal?
Well, I think also as Christians, right? I have to trust and believe that, you're obeying the Lord and deciding that, okay, this is the right move for us. And if you've assured me of that, then off we go, whether I like it or not.
To Antarctica we go, y'all.
Oh, boy. Nobody lives there, right?
I know, but
okay.
we'll make it work.
It's not inhabitable.
We can make it work.
Yeah, I'll know that that's not from the Lord. I'm not going to Alaska either.
Alaska?
No.
Come on, guys.
Nope.
Well, listen. We'll... that seems like this is a goal Kay and I have to talk about in private.
For now, it's Connecticut, okay? That's where we're staying for the foreseeable future.
Keep it locked here. Can I kick it? Okay, you're supposed to say yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
All right, can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
No, you're off the beat. Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it? Oh, good job, Kate. Good job.
It took me a second.
Yeah.
It's like warming up for bowling, you know? It's just going to take me a few rounds.
A little Tribe Called Quest. Give it for Kate for doing a little Tribe Called Quest. Give it up, Kate. She was into it. Just took a little while. Like, you know how the girls are double dutching and they're trying to wait for the perfect time to go into the rope as they double dutch. That's how you were. You were like waiting for the perfect moment to make sure you were on key and in line and in lockstep with me. That was good.
Wow.
I gotta give it up for you again. Gotta give it up for you again.
I've always had rhythm. It's not. I've never. I can't do crazy stuff, but like I can hear the rhythm of the music.
Rhythm adjacent.
I can. No. I'm not rhythm adjacent. Why? Because I'm white. No, that's incorrect.
Yes, because even the whitest person who has rhythm is rhythm adjacent. That's why.
That's not true.
The only person who is white and don't have the adjacent next to it is probably Justin Timberlake.
No, that's not true.
Probably Justin Timberlake.
That's crazy.
Justin Timberlake.
Nah,
He's the only guy that I could see that could go into a barbecue.
not a barbecue.
The cookout, the barbecue.
The barbecue.
Go up to the table, get a scoop of mac and cheese and potato salad.
You're inviting him
And
to the
hear
cookout?
a little Luther Vandross and start two-stepping to the beat. And it actually looks like he's in lockstep
And
with
I
all the
just
black
had a
people at the barbecue.
vision of him in like a loose flowing button up
loose-flowing
with
button-up.
some linen pants.
Some linen pants,
And a gold chain.
gold chain, some sunglasses. And your boy's rocking to a little Luther,
Not a little
a
Luther.
little Earth, Wind, and Fire, a little Maze of Frankie Beverly. And I can see him just being right into it. Great
I'm
seg-
sure he's done that too, though.
Yes, I'm sure he has. Great segue into our Rotten Tomatoes Film of the Week. And following this is an official chick flick version, or chick flick segment. Guys, listen, I had the pleasure of watching. Not the pleasure, but I was sort of entertained by the new film Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2, which right now on Rotten Tomatoes is kind of killing it.
Is it?
It's got about 89% by the fans and 65% by critics. And this is the second installment of the New Line Cinema film. Four total. Second in the newest versions of this film. This was in theaters, and here's the thing, guys. The film isn't bad, but it isn't good at all. If that makes sense.
Not at all.
Here's the parts that were really good. Are the fight scenes and the comic book, well, not comic, but the video game-esque type of fighting that took place with the violence and all that stuff and the bloodiness of what the game gives you. And the movie does a decent job with that. But the acting and the story and the convoluted story and trying to understand what's happening, that was a bore. That was like, okay. It was trying to be not just a video game movie, but I felt like it was trying to be this deep film about like self-awareness and finding what your path is and embracing it and all that stuff.
I don't hate it.
But honestly, it fell flat.
Also, why are we doing that in Mortal Kombat? Like, the last time I knew, they were just fighting each other. Like, what do we... Like, I just feel like we don't... Look, guys, just to go on a tangent real quick, we don't need to incorporate all these, like, theories and thinking into every single movie we're watching out there, okay? Can we just have it be the original hardcore Mortal Kombat, which is people fighting and trying to do standoff fights? Like,
That's
why
what I'm
are we
saying.
talking about trying to find yourself an identity? Like,
Well,
no, that's not what Mortal Kombat is.
No, it wasn't as dramatic, but it
okay.
definitely had elements of like,
But even so, why are we incorporating that into the film?
I
what?
guess they
For
felt
what?
like they wanted to give more element to, or more realistic
say.
life to the character of Johnny Cage, who was in this, specifically who the character I'm talking about, where he was trying to figure out where he fits in after a career that's no more.
No.
And in this movie, the fight scenes is what carried it. Other than that, it fell flat for me. Like, it was just like, oh, okay. I could have waited until this came on Max. Like, this didn't need to be in the theater. This could have been straight to streaming, and people would have watched it.
Facts. But yet you still spent money and went and saw it.
I did.
Did you eat popcorn, too?
I did use my AMC stubs.
Oh, boy.
Quick plug, AMC stubs. If you
right.
want to, give us a little shout out or sponsorship.
Okay.
We're
Well,
here.
apparently, though, it hasn't even broken even. So it grossed
it's not.
$79 million on an $80 million production budget. Mixed reviews. Third film's in development, though.
Third film.
That's what it says.
Oh boy! Yes, the way this movie ended definitely gives you the indication that there will be a third film. But man, I don't think you need it.
Joe Taslim is contracted for 4 additional Mortal Kombat films.
Wait, I'm sorry. For
Additional. If Warner Brothers Pictures decided to create a franchise.
well,
So director Simon McCoy stated that he was open to returning to direct a sequel if the story for it was good. In an interview after the film's release, McCoy said that the character Johnny Cage was not introduced in the film because Johnny Cage was a giant personality and would throw the film out of balance. He revealed that potential sequels could explore the material for characters like Cage and Katana. He also expressed that he would like to include more female characters. So
well, in this film you had in the newer Mortal Kombat games. There are newer characters, female characters, and whatnot that you do want to explore.
Yeah.
I forget the names of them because I haven't played in a while. But in this new movie, Johnny Cage was the forefront, like he was the guy. And one of my favorite characters, Raiden, kind of just seemed like an afterthought. I hated the actor that played him. I just did not like how they portrayed Raiden in this. He was kind of just there as background. Raiden is the lightning god, and he just seemed like a background actor. Like it was not good. I liked one thing I will say before we move on, guys. One thing I did like. I liked Noob Saibot, who was in this film, which is really cool. That might be a spoiler, but it's who cares? It's Mortal Kombat. It will be on streaming soon.
It will be.
But that was cool to see. And it's just the fight scenes kept me in it, but overall fell flat. It just seemed very quick. It seemed cheaply made and just very fast.
Yikes. Not cheaply made though.
The fight scenes were decent. That's really all that kind of kept me into it. I'd give it a C-. If I had to give it a grade.
That's bad, babe.
Yeah, I give it a
really
C-. Mortal Kombat 2 out now. See it at your own discretion. Just wait. Just
see
honestly,
it at your own peril,
honestly,
really.
for me, I like seeing a big blockbuster in theaters. But I'm telling you, just wait till it hits streaming.
Yeah. Okay.
Just wait till it hits streaming.
Right.
That leads us to our chick.
All right.
Give it up for me.
No. I need you to find the charm, please.
Give it up
It's
for
the blue. It's one of the blue ones.
Kate's chick flick, y'all.
I feel like that's so appropriate. It really is. Like,
What do you mean? The charm?
yeah, it's just so especially for this one that I'm doing today. So this one's gonna be a little different, y'all. Spicing it up a little bit. Girl power, okay? Chick flick, Disney princesses.
Oh.
In the theme of our trip, I wanted to talk about all your Disney princesses, which one's my favorite, why they are considered princesses, and just have a little fun with it. So apparently, the official Disney Princess franchise is an exclusive lineup consisting of 13 characters.
Okay.
Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Pocahontas, Mulan, Tiana, Rapunzel, Merida, Moana, and Raya. While some popular royal characters like Anna and Elsa from Frozen are royalty, they are not part of the official princess grouping because they have their own highly successful standalone franchises, which I find very interesting.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. Here we go. Franchise criteria.
Oh, here we go.
To be included in the official franchise, characters generally must star in a Walt Disney Animation Studios film, be human or humanoid, and have a royal background or perform an exceptionally heroic deed, which is why heroines like Mulan and Pocahontas are included. Ultimately, marketability and franchise success play heavy roles in the official roster. Honorary and former princesses, Anna and Elsa, and Tinkerbell and Esmeralda. Actually, both were previously in the official princess line in the early 2000s, but were eventually removed so they could anchor their own separate merchandising lines. Interesting. Tinkerbell, this might be a hot take, does not need to be a Disney princess. Apparently, she's a Disney fairy. I'll take it. Totally fine. She's bad. Okay, let's do it. But yeah, for me, honestly, it's a tie.
I don't think that's a hot take. Tinkerbell is not a
no, she's not.
Disney princess.
No, she's not. Hot take, y'all.
Oh.
It's tough. It's not a hot take. I'm sorry. It's tied between, for me, Aurora from Sleeping Beauty and Ariel, the Little Mermaid.
Oh, Aurora is her name?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Oh my gosh.
I only knew her
The
as Sleeping Beauty.
I mean, that's not terrible. A lot of people think that's what her name is, but no, her name is Aurora.
Oh.
I'm only picking her because the movie is one of my favorites. I just love the music. I love the little 3 dancing godmother fairies, fairy godmothers rather.
Is this the 7 dwarfs or whatever?
Oh my God, no, that's Snow White.
That's Snow White.
Why do you
My bad.
not know that?
My bad.
Oh my God.
I gotta be honest. Snow White, Cinderella, and Sleeping Beauty. Those 3 are the ones I get all confused with.
How do you get them confused?
I don't know who's
because they're all just white ladies
they're all
being
just-
rescued by.
By a Prince Charming.
You know what should be confusing is both Snow White and Aurora needed to be kissed.
They needed to be kissed?
Yeah, Snow White needed to be kissed from what I remember.
Did she? Yeah, because she ate a poison apple, right?
Yeah, Cinderella didn't need to do all that. She just needed to have the right slipper.
She lost a slipper?
I love Cinderella because, number one, I mean, the castle. Am I right? But also, like, the little mice that are her friends. I mean, it's great. But Ariel, for me, Ariel, for me, there's something just incredibly lovable about her. She's just so innocent and genuine and she just wants to be where the people are. But, you know, her dad's standing in the way of that. And I think it was just like, she's so relatable, right? Everybody knows what it's like to have kind of an overbearing parent in a sense where, you know, they want to protect you from things and you just want to be curious. And she lived the kind of life, yes, she was a princess, but she lived the kind of life where it was like, I just want to be a regular kid. The music was fantastic. Little Mermaid's one of my favorite Disney films. I know all the songs by heart still. But yeah, it's tough, man. You have the real original 6, which is Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel, Belle, and Jasmine. So that's 7. Those were original. But honestly, I think Ariel is going to take it home for me.
Yeah, I feel like Ariel would be big for you because you talk about Little Mermaid a lot.
I know.
Belle is
just
cool
wanna
because
be where the people are.
Okay, that's not bad.
Thank
that was
you.
good.
I thought so.
That was a nice tone too. Belle is dope for me. Tiana's cool. I like Tiana.
You know, I have to see the movie again.
I love the movie. I think the movie is great. Yeah, the music, the subject material in terms of
not the subject material,
who Tiana is, and building a business from her father's recipes or cooking or whatever.
We're getting some votes in.
Inspired.
Princess Tiana is winning. She's coming in strong.
Princess Tiana?
Yeah, but I just, you know, I don't know. I just
Belle and Tiana for me right now.
No, Belle, like, I think Belle, honestly,
the movie's great.
If we're talking about, like, you know, each princess has their what they're known for, right? Like, it's a tough toss up, man. I mean, if you're talking about each princess has like something that's you know, that you gravitate towards. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to be like, oh, I picked that one. I just picked Ariel because she's just innocent. I don't know. There's just this like innocence about her, and she just loves collecting treasures in her treasure trove.
She's great. Yeah. Belle, and by far Belle is Belle because also I've watched that movie 1,000 times because my sister had an issue with this movie. She couldn't stop watching it. And it's one of her favorite movies of all time. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, I gotta say Belle by default, and also Tiana because it's a sort of newer addition to the princesses, and I like the movie. I like the story. I like the Louisiana feel. There's a vibe in that movie that I really enjoy. So
she did say Belle. She's like, Belle is the best. She was smart. She had her own mind. She didn't give in. That's true. Loved to read. You know, wouldn't give in to Gaston. Knew he was an idiot. You know, and then
Gaston was the man.
Honestly, God, you would say
I root for Gaston every time I see that movie.
I think the most underwhelming princesses are honestly Snow White and Aurora.
Snow White for sure. Guys,
what are we doing? But to be fair, Snow White's the first Disney princess. The first, I think it was the first, aside from Mickey Steamboat, I think it was the first animated film in 1939, something like that. It's one of the first Disney animated films. So, you know, to be fair. But Merida from Brave, that movie was fantastic.
Was She's a Disney princess?
Yeah. Merida, Moana.
Let's
talk about Moana for a second. Have y'all seen who they casted for the live action film? I'm still on this. I do not think the young lady that they casted to play Moana in the live action film is a good choice.
I agree. I don't know.
She's not doing it for me.
There's nothing.
If you look at the character, the cartoon, and you look at her, it just doesn't. It doesn't equate. Maybe she'll blow us out of the water. See what I did there? Mm-hmm. And maybe it'll be great. I love that The Rock is in it. I just. She's not doing it for me.
I agree. There's nothing Moana-ish that I would think physically for a live action that she's giving me. Unless her performance will blow you blow your mind and you change your mind after seeing it. Maybe that it's one of those situations. But physically seeing her,
I also have never seen Mulan.
You ever seen Mulan?
No, I know. It was a friend of mine's favorite movie.
Let's get down to business.
Oh boy.
To defeat the Huns.
Are we singing Disney tunes right now?
That song,
I love
that
this
song.
for us.
I love that song. That was Donny Osmond who sang the original song.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right.
It's great.
You sang along to Mulan, didn't you?
I did. That song is great. That song is fantastic. Do, 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 do. I don't know the rest of the song.
No, don't try to do it.
I should play that.
To play us out, you should play a Disney princess theme song.
I should play. I
You
should
can probably
play.
find it on there. Type in "Let's Get Down to Business." Is that the name of the song?
That might be the name.
Oh God! No, you got it. To defeat the Huns is the second one. No,
Wait,
no.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I could find
No.
it.
No. It was the second one.
I'm gonna make a man out of you, Donny Osmond. That's what I'm gonna play us out to, Kate.
Oh my gosh, hilarious!
The song is great. The song is great. Yo, give it up for Donny, bro.
Sing it, Donnie. Sing it.
Donny put his heart in it. That was that was almost as good as what's that song, Puppy Love? And they call it Puppy Love. It was almost as good as that. That was another Donny.
I know that song.
He put his foot in that. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna make a hit. I'm gonna make a hit."
All right.
The Mulan song was dope. Yeah. But welcome back,
No,
y'all.
the soundtrack. I do remember the soundtrack to Mulan. I just have never seen it. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's disappointing.
It's a little disappointing,
I
but
apologize.
it's fine. Welcome back, y'all. We did want to talk about a documentary that's on Netflix
Yes.
called, what is it, Life is Short.
Marty, Life is Short.
Marty, Life is Short. Martin Short's documentary.
Man.
What?
So good.
What a great guy.
Yeah, I know. I would just love to meet him. Marty, if you're listening, I don't know if I can call you Marty. We're not friends. But if you're listening, come to Factory Underground so we can interview you,
What
please,
a great
in Norwalk, Connecticut.
Dude, man. It's on Netflix.
I mean, what he's accomplished in his career. Also, he says something very interesting in the documentary talking about, he's like, my comedy didn't come from a place of pain. And I think a lot of comedians dive into things that they've experienced in their lives and make joke out of it, make fun of it, make light of it, right? But he was like, I didn't have that kind of life. He was like, I grew up in a beautiful family. We all got along. We were all funny. 5 siblings. He did lose an older brother. He, for someone who has experienced tremendous loss in his life, most recently with the passing of his daughter, Catherine Short, back in February of this year, he still continues to push forward and just be himself and love his career and love bringing joy and humor to people. But the footage, I mean, they're showing holiday parties and holiday vacations, and his group of friends, quote unquote, consisted of Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson and Steven Spielberg and Kate Capshaw and Eugene Levy. It's Levy, babe.
Levy?
It's Levy. And I mean, they were all Catherine O'Hara. They were all friends growing up in the same era of comedy.
Yeah.
And it's just such a wonderful watch. It's on Netflix now. Marty, Life is Short. You guys should check it out. He has actually broken the silence for the last couple of months and spoken about his daughter's mental health issues. She did die by suicide, and spoken about, he said something very interesting because his wife died in 2010 of ovarian cancer. And he said, illness, whether mental or physical, sometimes cannot be beat. And he was like, and she fought, but you fight just as hard. And he was like, she fought very hard and very long. And, she wasn't able to overcome it. And I think to say that in an interview kind of humanizes it a little bit, despite the pain that he's going through as a father. Yeah. His wife could not have children, so they adopted all 3 of their kids. Catherine was the eldest. And yeah, the documentary does have Catherine O'Hara in it because it was filmed before she died. But it was just beautiful. You guys should check it out. It was a great homage to someone who has really dominated the comedy era. Yeah. And it was good. It was very entertaining.
Yeah. Great watch, like Kate said. Definitely got to get down to that. But this brings us to our legends and icons. We bring you a new entry into this exclusive group here at Scribbly Adapted. And today, Kate, we are talking about none other than the great multi-award winner, Oscar winner, the great Kate Winslet.
Yes.
Give it up for Kate.
Woo!
Kate, what are we talking about with Kate Winslet, man? There's a lot to talk about. Similar to Meryl Streep,
Oh,
we
so
could have kept going, but we stopped.
So yeah, we would have been doing that for the rest of our career.
Kate's along that line where her movie, her catalog, her filmography is long, and her awards are great of what she's achieved. And today we're talking about Kate Winslet. And what else?
So I'll just start with a little bit. Born October 5th, 1975, she's an English actress, primarily known for her roles as headstrong and complicated women in independent films, particularly period dramas. She has received numerous accolades, including an Academy Award, 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, 5 BAFTA Awards, and 5 Golden Globe Awards. She was appointed Commander of the Order of the British Empire in 2012.
Whatever that means.
It's an honor bestowed upon you by the King, currently the King. She probably, I think, would received it from the Queen, but Carey Mulligan recently received it as well.
Oh.
It's a very interesting process, I guess. I don't know how you get dubbed a CBE, but that's what she is. So in her early life and education, she was born in Reading, Berkshire, to Sally Ann and Roger John Winslet. Her mother worked as a nanny and waitress, while her father, a struggling actor, took laboring jobs to support the family. Her maternal grandparents were both actors and ran the Reading Repertory Theater Company. Winslet has 2 sisters, Anna and Beth, both of whom are actresses, and a younger brother, Joss. The siblings are of British, Irish, and Swedish descent. The family had limited financial means. They lived on free meal benefits and were supported by a charity, the Actors Charitable Trust. So needless to say, they came from humble beginnings,
big time.
but with acting in their blood. When Winslet was 10, her father severely injured his foot in a boating accident and found it harder to work, leading to more financial hardships for the family. Winslet has said her parents always made them feel cared for and that they were a supportive family. When she was 5, she made her first stage appearance as Mary, Mother of Jesus, in her school's production of the Nativity play. She describes herself as an overweight child who was called Blubber by her schoolmates. Oh, no.
Cold-blooded.
And bullied for her appearance. She said she did not let this stop her. At 11, she enrolled in Red Roof's Theater School, a private school in Maidenhead. The school also functioned as an agency and took students to London to audition for acting jobs. She appeared in a Sugar Puffs commercial and dubbed for foreign films. At school, she was made head girl, took part in productions of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and played the lead role of Wendy Darling in Peter Pan. She worked simultaneously with the Star Maker Theater Company in Reading. She participated in over 20 of their stage productions, but was rarely selected as the lead due to her weight. Nonetheless, she played key roles as Miss Agatha Hannigan in Annie, the Mother Wolf in Jungle Book, and Lena Morelli in Bugsy Malone. In 1991, within 2 weeks of finishing her GCSE examinations, Winslet made her screen debut as one of the main cast members of the BBC science fiction television series Dark Season, written by Russell T Davies. Her part was that of Reet, a schoolgirl who helps her classmates fight against a sinister man distributing free computers to her school. She didn't earn much from the job. She worked at a deli to support herself. So really humble beginnings, just knowing she has a love of acting. It's in her blood, whole family. And that's just kind of a little bit of a taste of how she got started. Today's film is none other than the 1997 blockbuster hit that when it came out was on 2 VHS cassettes.
2 VHSs, bro.
When the cassette just stopped and said, please insert cassette number 2. Titanic.
Gotta give it up. Probably top 3 favorite films of all time for me.
Yes, absolutely.
Top 3.
Absolutely.
For a multitude of reasons. But Kate, Titanic, and what do you...
Listen, it's an American epic historical romance film written and directed by none other than James Cameron. Incorporating both historical and fictional aspects, it's based on accounts of the sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912. Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, who would then go on to star in other films together, star as members of different social classes who fall in love. Sorry, I have the hiccups. During the ship's ill-fated maiden voyage. The ensemble cast includes Billy Zane, Kathy Bates, Frances Fisher, Bernard Hill, Jonathan Hyde, Danny Nucci, David Warner, and Bill Paxton, as well as Victor Garber. Cameron's inspiration came from his fascination with shipwrecks. He felt a love story interspersed with human loss would be essential to convey the emotional impact of the disaster, and he was right. Production began on September 1st, 1995, when Cameron shot footage of the Titanic wreck. The modern scenes were shot on board the Shirshov Institute of Oceanology research vessel at Academic Mishtalof Kildish.
Okay, say that 3 times fast.
Right, which Cameron had used as a base when filming the wreck. Scale models, computer-generated imagery, aka CGI, and a reconstruction of the Titanic built at Baja Studios were used to recreate the sinking. It was initially in development at 20th Century Fox, but delays and a mounting budget resulted in Fox partnering with Paramount Pictures for financial help. It was the most expensive film ever made at the time, with a production budget of $200 million.
Yeah. That was insane for that time.
Oh, man.
For 95, that must have been insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Premiered at the Tokyo International Film Festival on November 1st, 1997. The film received 14 nominations at the 70th Academy Awards and won 11, including Best Picture and Best Director. It tied both All About Eve for the record for the most Academy Award nominations and Ben-Hur for the most Academy Awards won by a film, making Titanic the most successful individual film in Academy Award history. These records would be matched by 2016's La La Land and 2003's The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, although the nomination record was surpassed by 2025 Sinners in 2026. So, to me, it was just, you had Celine Dion, who did the signature song, My Heart Will Go On.
James Horner with the score, which was excellent.
It was such a great film. It was just everything from the premise to the love story, the iconic love story between Jack and Rose. We're still trying to win the battle of whether there was enough room on that boat or that door.
Definitely enough room.
There was definitely enough room. Did you see Leo DiCaprio? He was tiny.
Definitely enough room.
But yeah, it was just a beautifully made film. Anytime it's on TV, we still watch it. It was just it inspired all the feelings. I feel like fear, social class, differences, love, everything.
Yeah, definitely up there as one of my favorite films of all time. Not just because of not just story, but the acting, the music, the cinematography, like everything. The live footage that he got from the going down to the actual wreckage, which I used to think to myself, oh man, that would be so cool to do. But no, never again. Yeah, I would. That thought is gone, guys.
Nope.
No, thank you.
I'm good.
Can you imagine?
I mean, it would be incredible to see. There's something very eerie about shipwrecks. But I don't need to travel that far down to the Atlantic.
Go down to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, and then you roll up to a giant ship that's in front. Like I don't
only half of it.
Only half of it on one side.
Because the other half is like, I think at least
a little less than a mile away.
So that's crazy too. And we're talking over 100 years. What? Over 100 years. Yeah. Like 120 years or something. So apparently, there were historical characters including in the film. Kathy Bates played Margaret Molly Brown. She was real. Victor Garber as Thomas Andrews, the ship's builder.
My man must have built that out of like cheap Irish plastic because
not cheap Irish plastic. What does that even mean?
Exactly what it sounds like.
Bernard Hill as Captain Edward John Smith. Jonathan Hyde as J. Bruce Ismay. John Jacob Astor IV was a first-class passenger and the richest man on the ship. But yeah, there was a lot of people that were actually on the ship that were portrayed in the film. It was just an overall great film. Kate Winslet was fantastic, and it really cemented her working relationship with Leonardo DiCaprio. They would go on to do several other movies together, one of them being Revolutionary Road, which was disturbing but fantastic, and then The Reader, which I believe is where she won her her Academy Award for. So. But yeah, you guys should. I mean, I think it's stupid of me to say at this point to check it out, but if you haven't seen Titanic, what is wrong with you? Go watch it.
That is your legends and icons, Kate Winslet. Just the beginning, y'all. Give it up. But today we have our artist highlight, the great Madonna.
Yeah.
And today
you're gonna give it a.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what? I do have to give it a hand clap. Give it a hand clap. Give it up for Madonna. Kate, what is up with this week's artist highlight?
So this week we're talking about her song with Justin Timberlake Timberlake and Timbaland. 4 Minutes from her 11th studio album Hard Candy, featuring vocals by American musicians Justin Timberlake and Timbaland. It was released as the lead single from the album on March 17th, 2008 by Warner Brothers Records. It marked the first time in Madonna's 25-year career that another artist was featured in a single. According to Madonna, the song is about saving the environment and having a good time while we're doing it. She also cited the song as the inspiration for the documentary I Am Because We Are. The song was recorded at Sarm West Studios in London, while the mixing of the track was finished at the Hit Factory studio in New York City. Let's see. The synths were composed by Timbaland and Danja, an up-tempo dance pop song with an urban and hip-hop style. 4 Minutes incorporates Timbaland's characteristic Bhangra beats, and the instrumentation used in the song includes brass, foghorns, and cowbells. The lyrics carry a message of social awareness inspired by Madonna's visit to Africa and the human suffering she witnessed. But yeah, you guys should check it out. We're going to play it here for you on Scriptly Adapted. 4 Minutes.
Well, y'all, listen, thank y'all for joining us for another episode here at Scriptly Adapted Factory Underground Radio. Always, check us out like I mentioned before, and also show some love for Factory Underground here. Doing great work, always doing great programs. You could do anything you put your mind to in terms of producing it here.
Is that the end of the show PSA?
That is the end of the show PSA.
Reading Rainbow?
Like a reading rainbow.
Rainbow.
Yes, exactly.
You're just listening to Scriptly Adapted on Factory Underground Radio and Live 365. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Scriptly Adapted.